Welcome back. Today, 8 metabolism mistakes that slow down entrepreneurs. Now, what happens? Most people try a bunch of approaches, these all or nothing diets, but they don't know what their body needs. So then they do all kinds of things. They try different approaches and they end up getting stuck instead of getting the results that they want. And it affects pretty much everything when it comes to your health goals. If it's weight loss, if you're trying to have more energy, if you want to spend more time doing things you love, or your business goals, if you're wondering, why you can't focus, or if you think that you need extra help concentrating. These health habits can make a difference, and it comes down to metabolism. So understanding your body better helps you know what to prioritize so you love your body again and feel confident going for your biggest business goals. That's what we're talking about today. Welcome. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance, where I build adaptive business leaders through compassionate health coaching. And this is a big part of the Health Confidence Club. I use realistic focus to help you take control of your real life eating without all or nothing diets. One of the big things I always say is letting your health support your life instead of going out of your way to try things that don't even fit into your lifestyle, your needs, your schedule, etc. All right, so the first tip I have, one, wild weekends and big swings can be a huge factor that can slow down your metabolism and mess you up, throw you off track. So if you have some kind of health goal, if you are changing your food lifestyle, if you're on a diet and you go really well throughout the week, and then Friday night, Saturday night, you do something, maybe a big meal, huge meal, like out of proportion, you eat a whole pizza, something like that, then that's going to slow down your metabolism. And what I always point out is that weekends count. So over time, your weekly average is kind of a better way to assess your nutrition, instead of just looking at your Monday to Friday or whatever typical schedule you have, your overall combination. Click like if this is making sense to you so far. Okay. Skipping meals is another thing to hold you back. Eating on a regular schedule helps your body manage its blood sugar, so you don't have those spikes and ups and downs and waves that are excessive to what is typical for a good functioning. The third tip I have, not eating enough can hold you back a lot, and this can affect you in a bunch of ways in terms of mood, concentration, energy benefits. And then the question I have is, how do you feel when you skip meals? So if you are trying to cut back on calories somehow, a lot of times people will decide to just restrict what they're eating and skip meals. You're not eating enough, and then you get cranky for the rest of the day. You're angry. You can't concentrate because all you can think about is, when can I eat again? This is a common challenge when people are starting intermittent fasting. If that's what you're choosing to do, what I usually do is encourage people to have some fresh fruits and veggies on hand to snack on healthy foods instead of, starving yourself basically, or not eating anything in those long spans of time. Fourth mistake that people make when it comes to their metabolism is not lifting weights. And there are tons of benefits to lifting weights. You have the obvious ones like getting stronger, improving bone density. It also lowers your risk for injury, boosts your self-esteem. Strength training also builds muscle, which burns more calories at rest than fat. So that's another good thing. And it temporarily increases your calorie use. This is called excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, also known as EPIC. More benefits of strength training: protects your brain, so improve blood flow to your brain, reduce inflammation, increase expression of what's called BDNF, and that's linked to memory and learning, cognitive ability, reduce your risk of dementia. And then studies have linked strength training to increase health-related quality of life, defined as a person's perceived physical and mental well-being. And I have some studies linked below in the description on YouTube, so you can learn more about that if you want. It's not just that I want you to work out, it's because there are tons of benefits, and it's not just about losing weight or changing your body composition. It's like the benefits are far beyond what you could guess if you didn't read them. So I do have the body weight workout game plan linked below. I'll put a link to the video that I made back in the day to make it fun. So it doesn't have to be specifically lifting weights, but strength training, body weight exercise, high intensity, interval training. These kinds of things can all have a huge impact on your metabolism, even when you're not exercising. So in between sessions or after sessions, plus during sessions, and just huge benefits there. Fifth, sitting too much. This is a common thing, especially if you're an entrepreneur, freelancer, you work in an office, you're doing desk work. I'm sitting right now. I've been sitting for the last hour working on this video draft. Sitting too much can be a factor in your metabolism. It slows you down. There is a study called Breaks in Sedentary Time linked below by Genevieve Healy and her team, increased breaks beneficially associated with waist circumference, BMI, triglycerides like your cholesterol, and then 2-hour plasma glucose. So if you're trying to change any of those factors, if your doctor says you need to lose weight, or if you're trying to get more active, then taking more frequent breaks is going to be a key in that. So that's why sitting too much is actually a big mistake. It's not just about crushing it in the gym or strength training like for an hour a day. It's about sitting too long can really slow down your metabolism. 6, not getting enough protein. So a lot of times people will choose to cut back on their calories, but they don't necessarily look at the macronutrients and where their calories are coming from. And so protein can help. The way protein works is it takes more energy to digest it. So it's like you absorb less of those calories because it takes more energy to burn it. Also helps you feel full after you eat it, plus build metabolism boosting muscle that we talked about previously. So lots of benefits to protein. You want to keep that up. Generally speaking, the recommendation is between 0.73 and 1 gram of protein for every pound of body weight. That's just a general thing. Ask your doctor or dietitian for more details about that. 7th mistake that people make when it comes to metabolism is missing sleep. If you are hustling, if you're grinding, you might stay up late too often, or if you're training really hard and you're in a training cycle, if you aren't resting and recovering, that's going to affect your performance in your work and also your ability to make decisions when it comes to your health habits, which can be very challenging. And if you think about this, it makes a ton of sense in terms of feeling tired. If you're too tired to do something, then you're more likely to make a less healthy food choice. You're more likely to skip your exercise program. That can affect your mood, stress, all kinds of things if you're missing sleep. So what we want to aim for is 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. That can really boost your metabolism, give you more energy, and help you lose weight if that's your goal. 8, not managing stress. This is a big one. If you are flying around, you haven't prioritized your to-do list, you have a lot of things going on, you are unable to manage your stress, that's going to also impact the decisions that you make. It's also going to increase your stress hormones like cortisol. That's a big one that can affect your appetite, have increased inflammation, that can have long-term harmful effects. Plus, if you're not managing your stress, one study showed that women burn fewer calories after they ate a high-fat meal when they were stressed than compared to when they were not stressed. So check that out. The link in the description below. You want to manage your stress, making sure you're not taking on more you can handle, scheduling your days so you have a reasonable amount of things, prioritizing your to-do list. I'll put a link to that video. You want to manage that stress. And if you're wondering if you're too stressed, if you're burned out, I do have the burnout assessment test so you can objectively measure it, plus 25 health habits to improve your score. That's linked in the description below. So now that you know some common problems to avoid, which one do you want to work on out of those 8 tips? And then also, leave a comment for that. And then how will you hold yourself accountable for this? And if you want an easy way to get started holding yourself accountable, I have the Health Habits Challenge link below. It's free, 7 days, 7 habits to start with little things that you can do to boost your metabolism, have more energy for the things and people that you love, so you can lead a healthy, fulfilling life for your dreams. So that's today's message. Look out for these 8 metabolism mistakes and make small changes to keep practicing. Peace.